Hi guys, I thought I'd do a quick video on how to replace a driver's side window in a BMW E92, the frameless glass version. Not a lot of instructions on the internet about this, so hopefully this video helps you out if you're stuck. So first of all, you've got to get the door card off the door. Plenty of videos about that. I'm not going to explain how to do that. That's pretty simple. And also remove the grey weather water seal. Basically use a little knife and sort of cut along the butyl to separate it. Try to keep it in one piece and try not to tear it or do anything silly like that. Once that's out, you then need to pop the window controller out of the door card. It's just a spring clip, so you sort of push it back that way and lift. And it should come out, and then plug it back into this into the harness, because you're going to need that to wind the glass up and down. So you do need it still connected to the car. So with all of that off, let me show you how the mechanism works. So basically the glass is held on runs up and down these two black tracks, one here and one here. And then the glass is connected here by this holder, and over here on this holder as well. So I'll show you that in a little more detail. I've got one already pulled out of the car. So here's the motor itself, and it runs a cable. This is the front clip on the right hand side. You can see the cable sort of runs into the back of that. And on the other side, that's the way it connects here, and there's a bolt that runs straight through there, which clamps everything together. So that's on the frame side. On the window side, just got the new window to go in over here. Sorry about that. So here is the leading edge of the glass. There's an adjustment bracket thing here, and if I flip it over, you can see there's a bolt, an 8mm bolt head. That doesn't actually come out. It's actually fixed. It slides back and forth and it spins, but it won't actually unscrew. So I'll show you what to do with that. And this is the rear edge of the glass. Basically, that fits in between two clamps, and there's a bolt that runs through the middle like that, but once again I'll show you that. Alright, so back to the car. So to release the glass, and we'll do the back part first, it's relatively simple to release it. So there's a bolt that runs through that hole there. It's an 8mm on the back, and it's a T25 on the front. So basically I just put a T25 on the ratchet and then undo it, and that will then make sure that piece of glass there is loose. So that's the first part. The second part over here towards the front is a little bit more tricky. This doesn't come out, that's attached. That white piece here doesn't come out. That's, you know, that little 8mm I showed you before. So the only way to get this squared nut out is basically with the ratchet, fit an 8mm onto the back with a twisty head, and pull, turn it up, because it's facing away to you. It's opposite to what you would normally do, and you just turn that until you can get this square nut off. Just take that off, and bingo, that should be enough for you to sort of clear it and get the glass out. To release this bolt, you just pull. This is on a spring, so you just push it out of the way, and bingo, the glass is free. Now the next bit is you're going to have to get the rubber, this rubber trim off, so you can release the glass. Right, now the way to remove the rubber is to pull from this area here. It's just held in with these rubber grommet bits. So you just pull. The trickiest part is sort of getting this bit out from here, but then you just pull and you can see that lifting, and you basically just lift it completely out of place. There it is. We'll need that, pop back in later. Now to remove the old glass. So I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, but essentially just pull the glass all the way up until you can remove it. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky to get the glass out. It's easier to slide the back end of the glass out first by tilting it like this, and then getting this this bolt out through this hole here, just like that. A bit hard to take out and show with one hand, but hopefully you'll get the idea. So you tilt the glass back towards you and sort of slide it out through this hole, and I guess feeding it in is going to be the same way. You'll put this piece in first, like so, like that, and then sort of work your way around, like that. That's the way it looks like you get the glass in and out. Okay, I've got the glass fed in through the top of the track. Now it's important that you feed this edge into this groove, so that if you can see here, it's running into this black guide. Otherwise the pin won't come over far enough for you to be able to get it in. And then of course this section here needs to go behind this. So I will do that and come straight back. Okay, once again you need to pull this flap back to fit this nut or this bolt into the securing bracket. This will move around and you'll need to sort of adjust the window in a minute. And the same thing over here, you're going to have to sort of align this up to get this securing pin, back into place. But it's best to do this one first because you've already got the bracket in the right position to get to. This one needs to be lowered down a bit further so you can get your hand in behind to put that bolt through. So the next task is to get the rubber back in the window. So it's a matter of just fitting it over, and then once again pressing it into these holes using a very small screwdriver. So I'll do that and be right back. Hey guys, so next step is to reinstall this rubber trim. It's easier if you can to take off your sail panels. They basically you pull it down this way to unclip it and then slide it and just take it out. You want to make sure that the rubber is well up against that edge there, so start on this edge and then work your way back down the window. Basically this rubber groove needs to fit here behind the clips, and when you get down to this end, this flap will fit in behind into this groove of the window there, and this mass of rubber will fit down into this hole. So you've sort of got to get a screwdriver and work your way in there, so that can be a bit tricky. And then finally those two rubber plugs get sort of pushed into those two securing holes. So I will push that, I'll fit that now and come back in a moment. Okay, well that can be a bit tricky, but it's back in place now. As you can see, the rubber is behind the clips. If you're having difficulty, it's generally going to be with this piece of rubber underneath this skirt. So you just basically have to lift this skirt up, keep pushing that rubber until it's into its hole. It should look like this. On the other side, so squashed into that groove, and once again, these two plugs here, just push in with a screwdriver or something. But yeah, look, that is pretty fiddly, just trying to get it all lined up properly. But that's back in. So now you can go and put the bolts all back in and wind the window up and just see whether you need to move it around and adjust it to get it just right. Okay, so once you've got those securing bolts in place, you can wind the window up and check how it lines up against the edge of the seal. This side is fixed and this side is adjustable. Basically just loosen that off, slide that around to up and down or whichever way you need to get the right angle on your window, and then once it's done, tighten it up. If it sits a little bit down below the top of the window rubber up here, just remember that when you close the door it jumps up an extra 10 mil or so. So you know, if you're thinking why is the window low, it's only because when you shut the door it actually completely closes the window and should be in the right position. So once you're done, put your weather seal back on, make sure you get all your wires on the right side of the weather shield. You don't want anything sort of caught inside, have to do it again, and then put your trim on and you are done. Congratulations.